Well, today we are going to play with some new products and we're going to kind of go for a summery, bronzy looking glow to the skin. And then I think I'm going to keep it pretty light on the eye. So we're just really going to focus on the face. And I'm excited about all the products I have to try today. So let's get started. Let's start with the under eyes because we're going to let those marinate a little bit while we get started on the rest of the face. Today I'm going to be using, neither one of these products are new nor new to me, but I wanted to play with them some more. So I'm going to be using the Conceal and Perfect in the color Melon for discoloration, and then I'm going to use the Conceal and Perfect concealer. And let's see, this one is in the color Light Natural. So that's what we're going to start with. I'm just going to put a little bit, squeeze. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I think I might have got a little too much up there. I'm just going to put a little bit here where I have most of my dark discoloration on the inner parts of my eye. And I'm just gonna put those in. I'm not sure I remember my thoughts on this. It feels nice. It feels creamy. It would take a lot for me to move on from the Makeup Revolution color corrector that I have just been loving. But I can't remember my thoughts on this. So I thought I would revisit it and see how it holds up. And I thought I would use it in conjunction with the matching concealer. So let's go ahead and get this on. And I'm using a little bit more today because I think I have a little bit more to cover up. Just got back from a quick midweek trip for a memorial service. And so the sleep has been a little on the lacking side. And so we need a little extra help this week. And so and get that patted in. I think I'm liking this combination so far. This is a pretty, I would say this is probably a medium coverage concealer, at least for me. Even with the color corrector on it, I feel like it gave me a good solid foundation to build off of. So liking those so far. Again, this is kind of a re-familiarize myself with these two products, see how they hold up today and tonight. Let's see here. So I'm going to start with two new products to the market, and I'm going to put on this new Soft Glam Satin Foundation from e.l.f. And this is in the color 23 Light Cool. And then I also want to give the bronzing drops in Rose Gold a try as well. Want to give that bronzy, glowy look. And like I said, I'm going to try to keep it pretty light on the eyes and let the face kind of speak for itself today. So let's go ahead. I'm going to give this a shake. And let's just put a little bit on my hand here. Give it a nice squeeze. Okay, so there's what it looks like. We're just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna put this directly on. And then we will use a brush. Let me grab a brush. So I'm gonna use my Nikki LaRose brush and we'll just get this blended in all over the face. Okay. So this is giving a nice bronzed look to the skin. If you notice, I'm not going underneath my eyes because obviously I already have concealer on there. Um, there's no real coverage to this, but it is giving my face a nice bronze. I'm pretty impressed with that. I've never used bronzing drops before, so this is my first foray into a bronzing drops. So that is what that looks like. And we're gonna go ahead and use the Soft Glam over top, and let's try that. Okay, so here is what the bronzing drops look like. It did give a nice bronze to my skin. We're gonna go ahead and I wanna give this one a little shake. I'm gonna do the same. I'm just gonna put this on the back of my hand. Like that, and we'll start with that amount. And then I'm just going to put this on my face in my normal spots. And we'll see how this turns out. And I'm going to use a sponge with this. And we'll just give this a nice tap in. Okay. That's pretty so far. I'm liking what I'm seeing. It's a nice coverage. Definitely, I wanted to see how much the bronzing drops would peek through, if they would give any type of additional glow underneath a satin foundation. Might have a little bit of discoloration there. I'm just going to put just a little bit more. We'll see how this builds up. Put a little bit more right there. Let's get a little bit on my nose. And with this leftover, I'll just come like right here. It does build nicely, but I would definitely say it's more of a light medium coverage, maybe more towards medium, but definitely not a full coverage, at least not how I am seeing this. But maybe I'm seeing it wrong. Usually, because I do have so many freckles, that a full coverage will give them a pretty good cover. This is not doing too bad. So here is the Soft Glam foundation. I like it. It looks pretty. It looks pretty with the bronzing drops underneath it. So now let's go and let's give us a little more contour, a little more sun-kissed look in a few places. And we're gonna use, so I got this 3-pack on Amazon, and it comes with a contour, a blush, and a highlighter. I'm not gonna use the blush or the highlighter today, but I have used them and they are very, very good. I have enjoyed them thoroughly, but we're going to use, this is the color 25, and this is what I'm going to use for my contour today. I just love the coolness of this. It blends in like a dream to the skin, and it just is really nice and creamy to put on. So I'm really enjoying this product. And again, the blush and the highlighter that come with it, they're amazing as well. I'm going to use my Sigma F85 brush just to get this melted into the skin. I already have my hair done for today. Normally I go and do it before or after I put on my makeup, but today I thought, oh, I would do it before since I just threw it up in a bun. So a little trick when you're wearing your hair up, and I think I said this even in like my last video, is just to run a little bit of bronzer contour on your ears just to get them to mesh up a little bit more. It just makes it a more cohesive look. You just don't have these white ears standing out. And then I'm going to use the Infallible. I used this a while back, the Infallible bronzer in dark. And I'm just going to give a light dusting. One of the gals I follow who I really, really love, and if you like my content, you will love her content. Her name is Jen Phelps. I will leave her her information below. She does a fantastic job reviewing products. She is someone that I trust. I listen to her opinions. She's got dry skin like I do. She's a bit younger than I am. She's in her 40s, but I'm telling you, she does a great job. And she was talking about a new bronzer technique that one of the people that has done makeup for Victoria's Secret talks about where your bronzer placement should go. And really, you want your bronzer to go where you would have the sun hitting your face. So your forehead, and then you would want to run it across the top of your cheeks, your nose. And that is where the sun hits your face the most, which would make sense that you want to bronze up and give that kind of a glow to the places that the sun would hit and kiss. And so that is why I am putting the bronzer that way on. So these are the two bronzer products, and it is this Bulk Life Face Contour and then the L'Oreal Bronzer in Dark. So I think we got a pretty nice bronzy glow going on. And I wanted to, so we're gonna stay with some more L'Oreal products. I have the L'Oreal Lumi Liquid Blush that I wanted to give a try, and this is in the color. This is in the color Glowy Worth It Medium. So that is the color on this. And then this is the Soft Matte Blush by L'Oreal. It's the Infallible, and this is in the color, let me see if I can. Oh, it is in a Legendary Berry. So this one has been out for a while. I've used this before, but this is a new product. I should say a new product to me as well, but it is a new product out on the market. Let me go ahead and just swatch this on my hand. Ooh, I think this is going to be a great fall color, but let's just see what I can do. There's blending it out a little bit. There's a little bit of the foundation left over, but here is that blended out. And so I'm just going to use the tiniest dot right there. Ooh, that's probably a little too much. And then I'm going to use my Amazon brush, and we're just going to give this a nice pat in. I think you got to work fast with this. It does seem like, at least it seems on application, that it was going to be a little patchy, but maybe as I press it in, it is. You can see that. That's pretty. And we're just going to run it a little bit across the nose. Oh, that's nice. Gives it a nice flush, maybe a little like on that little sun-kissed sunburnt side. That's really pretty. I really like that. I'm almost tempted not to go over with a blush. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna do a super light dust. Like, tap a bunch of it off. In fact, I'm gonna rub some into my hand just to get some of it off, and then we'll just a little tap over the top of it. So that's that legendary berry. I just tapped just a teeny bit on to give it, just to kind of set it down a little bit. Wow, I'm liking how that is looking so far. Very, very nice. Okay, so let's move on to, well, let's do the brows next. And today I'm going to be using my NYX Professional in gray for my eyebrows. This is the micro brow. And then I'm going to be using this new L'Oreal Infallible Brow Lamination Gel. So we'll give this a try. I do have some of the new e.l.f. products that I'll probably be giving a try as well, but today I wanted to stick with the L'Oreal on our little theme here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start on my eyebrows. And this is a little bit darker. I added some darker highlights to my hair. Kind of going back a little bit because I originally had very, 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 very dark hair and I was allowing my gray to grow in, but there are still spots like in the back where my gray hasn't fully come in like it has on the front. So I have to try to blend that a little bit more, and it was looking a little too yellow warm for me, so we darkened it up a little bit. Maybe next week I'll have it down so you guys can see how it looks, but it's definitely a lot darker than it was. I definitely still have the gray going on, but so I thought I would use a little bit darker color on my eyebrows. Let's just give these a quick brush through. Nothing super, super big special about the eyebrows today. Like I said, I want to focus mostly on the skin, which I feel is very much just that bronzy, sun-kissed glow. So let's go ahead and give this an open. Let's see if it has any claims on here. I'm sure as a laminate, it should glue my eyebrows down, which mine need because they're very stubborn and they fall. It just says it's an up to 24-hour brow lamination. It's lightweight, easy to use gel, lifts and holds brows in place. Salon-like applicator allows for precise application. The pro tip says, use this product on its own or complete your makeup look with your usual brow makeup. Non-sticky texture, dries quickly, sweat resistant, no residue. Removes easily with soap and water. Ophthalmologist and allergy tested, suitable for sensitive eyes, tested under dermatological control for safety. So it's got some really nice claims. So let's see what the brush looks like. So here's what the brush looks like. And interesting how that came out as a peak there. We'll just give this a good brush through the brows. And it definitely is giving that lamination, that kind of wet look to the eyebrows. It definitely feels like it's probably going to have some good hold. It definitely does not feel goopy or wet by anything. I think if anything, it feels a little bit on the drier side. Almost feels like a wax or a pomade almost in its feeling. Interesting. So there is the brow lamination from L'Oreal. Okay, so let's see now. I want to do a little bit of dressing on the eyes, but I think I'm just gonna use a ColourPop Super Shock shadow. Actually, let me do this. I'm gonna use the Milani Oh, I'm sorry. This is the Maybelline Color Tattoo. And I'm just going to use this in the uh, kind of use it as a base. And then we'll put on the Super Shock over top of this. This is just to give it a little bit of color to work with. This is nice. I don't know that I've tried this before. It was sitting here with my new stuff. So let's just go ahead and give this a try. And we'll go ahead and pat this color in. Let me see what this color is. This is the color I Am Inspired. So we'll go ahead and just give these a rub in. They're not super blendable. In fact, I think I'm tugging a little bit more than I want to on getting this blended in. So I think you probably have to work one eye at a time with this. But I mean, it kind of comes out a little bit patchy. It's not easy to blend. Not super excited about this. I'll have to play with this one a little bit more. Wasn't sure what I was expecting to get, but then let me go ahead and I'm going to use my favorite Super Shock shadow, and this is in the color Frog, and it's just this beautiful pink that I like to use, and it's a glitter, and I just like to use this all over to give me just that hint of pink and glitter to my eyes. And I have repurchased this one several times because it is one of those ones that I like to use as a topper a lot over my eye looks because it gives such a pretty just glitter to the eyes. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is I am gonna put on some, I think I'm just gonna go with mascara today. We'll leave off the falsies since I'm going for a little more sun-kissed look. And so let's go ahead, and I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. Big Mood mascara. This is, you know, one of these really fluffy wand ones. We're gonna see, I haven't used this. I've tried to use this on the lower lashes, haven't used them on the upper lashes. So we're gonna go ahead and use this today and see how this works. And let me just go ahead and give my lashes a good squeeze here. And I am actually going to do just a little bit of waterline color here just to kind of add a little bit of dimension underneath. Now this wouldn't be considered a no makeup look, but I do like this kind of rosy glow I have going on. And let's just give these a good pinch again. I think the brows are gonna stay pretty well in place. So let's go ahead and just start coating my lashes. My lashes are finally starting to, you know, be able to go without lashes if I choose to. I mean, I love falsies. I love the way falsies look. But with this particular look, just going for something a little more on the naturally side, I will just use mascara today. And just run a little bit on my lower lash line. Okay, so there's the first coat, as you can see, without, with. All right, let's give this side a curl. And this is a new, fairly new to me, lash curler I've been trying out. It's by Japanesque. I have these stubborn pointing down lashes, and these particular eye, it's really hard to get these outer ones in the traditional curved ones. So I like this one's a little straighter, and I can get in and get those kind of corner lashes that point down and give them at least a little bit of a curve. Uh, I mean, I do like these bigger brushes, but they are definitely harder to use, at least for me. Um, I don't know if it's just I'm out of practice. I will have to say by far, which you will hear all of my favorites for the year so far. At the end of the month, I'll be doing a video talking about all of my makeup favorites. And by far, my favorite mascara has been, spoiler alert, the Maybelline Sky High. And I would say the L'Oreal Panoramic is, or Panorama is a close second. But I am giving this a shot. Again, both of those have very flexible, thinner brushes. This is definitely a more fluffy brush. Okay, so now let's go on with the second coat on this other eye. So here is how it starts, just one coat. And then let's go ahead and see what we get with the second coat. It's giving a little bit more. And if you're using this bigger brush, you can tell I've gotten a little bit of mascara. So what I just do is wait until that dries, and then I just kind of brush it away. And so here is the second coat on this one. That's why I don't like these big fluffier brushes as much, is because they're a little harder to control, and I seem to get more mascara in places that I don't want it. And so that is why I prefer the thinner, more flexible brushes. So there is 2 coats. Okay, well, what are we thinking of this kind of rosy, bronzy, glowy skin with just a simple eye? How are we thinking this is looking? I'm happy with it. It is definitely giving a more natural, just sun-kissed look to the face. I'm pretty impressed with the product so far. Just let's go ahead and just tap this in. Just one last, just to kind of blend it all together. It's enough glow, but it's not super glowy, which I'm really liking. So I'm going to go ahead and use the e.l.f. setting spray. I've been using this recently and I've really been enjoying it. I love the mister on it. So let's just get this all set in. And let that dry down. So far, so good. So we're gonna try what an e.l.f. lip. I am going to use their Cream Glide lip liners, and this one is Mavicide. And then this is their new broad spectrum SPF 25 sunscreen lip gloss, Sun Boss gloss. So we're gonna give this color a try, and this is pink. All right, put the glasses on. Thought it would be big enough. Pink Me Girl. So we are going to, I love these e.l.f. Cream Glides. They're $2. $2. I think I have every color, and we'll probably buy every color because they're so cheap. And they are perfect for those of us who have the lined lips. I have lots of fine lines and wrinkles around my lips. And and this does not bleed. It is a very nice creamy pencil that doesn't bleed, and I really, really like this. Now, I don't know that an SPF 25 is definitely a bonus, but I don't know, because it's a gloss, how long it's gonna hold up. And so obviously you'll need to reapply. You might be interested in buying a gloss or a sunscreen that is a lip balm if you want more help with a sunscreen in your lip area. But I just love how creamy these are. And again, this is just a very natural, neutral look. I do have one other color of this Sun Boss gloss, and it is in the color, it's your mauve. It's your mauve. And so it's a little bit of a darker color, but I figured I'd save that for another video, and we'll use this one. So let's go ahead. I'm just gonna put this, oh, that's a pretty color, wow. So there is what the gloss looks like. You can see that was the blush. So that's what the gloss looks like. So let's just go ahead and get this on. I think it's a little more peachy than I expected. I can smell a hint of the sunscreen. So it is an SPF 25. I can smell a little bit of that. It doesn't, a lot does not come out on the brush, so I'm having to re-dip. But it feels very smooth on the lips. I feel like it actually has that coconutty sunscreen scent to it, but here's the lips. So let me go get dressed, and we'll come back and we'll talk about the products and tell you my final thoughts. I am back. I have all my jewelry on. I am dressed for the day, and let's talk about these products I used for this rosy, bronzy look today. A little more on the natural side versus my normal, very glam side. And so let's talk about the products I used today, because we had some really good ones so far, at least. We'll have to play with them some more, but my first impressions, let's talk about it. All right, so first impressions of the Soft Glam foundation. I am loving it in combination with the Rosy Glow bronzing drops, both from e.l.f. I think it's giving a very nice bronzed, very pretty natural skin look with some nice coverage. So I think that these are two products I'm definitely going to play with some more, and definitely keep trying them out. Now, I do live in the South, so during the summer months it gets very humid and very sticky, so this will be put to the test to see how it holds up. I did not powder today, just to see kind of how this plays together, and we'll see how that goes. And I'm actually pretty impressed with this combination of the Milani Conceal and Perfect in Melon. This is more of a color corrector. And then the concealer, I believe I said was light natural. I'm pretty impressed with how that looks underneath the eyes. Again, I did not powder. I like that it's not super creasy yet. And it's probably been a little bit more than like 30-40 minutes since I put this on. So I'm impressed with that combination. So stay tuned for more thoughts on that. Then the blush. Now, well, actually, let's talk about the bronzer. So I used this contour stick. It comes in a 3-pack with a blush and a highlighter. I love all three of them. Worth it. I would wait. They go on sale for like under $10 for the three. Normally I think it's like $17.99 on Amazon, but I always wait till things kind of reduce in price if they have any specials. And so I think I picked this up for under $10, the three of them together. And then I just used a light touch of the L'Oreal Infallible Bronzer in dark. And so that is just a light wash over the top. So I'm pretty impressed with that. And then I used the new L'Oreal Lumi Blush, liquid blush from L'Oreal. This is a beautiful color. I love the color that it gave to the cheeks. And then I just put the lightest tapping of this Legendary Berry from L'Oreal as well over top, just to kind of set it down a little bit. And I am loving this color. And I think, let's just say what the color is again. So this is Glowy Worth It Medium. So I just am loving the look that it is giving to the cheeks. It's just really, really beautiful. We'll see how well it holds up for the day. Then let's talk about the brows. I used my tried and true NYX micro brow pencil. And then I tried the new L'Oreal Brow Laminate, and I mean, I don't think they're moving. So this is definitely a product that I will be trying some more. One of the other products that I've liked that's recent out to the market was the Maybelline. I believe it's the Super Lock. I've been using that as well and really loving it. I think that both of these probably could give a rival to my holy grail of my NYX super glue for the eyebrows. So stay tuned for more on this, but definitely so far I like the way it's holding my brows. But again, we'll see how it holds up during the day. Then I use the e.l.f. Big Mood mascara. It seems to be holding up my lashes okay. Well, it's holding the curl so far. We'll see by the end of the day if I have any smudging or flaking. I don't think I've really used this except on my lower lashes before, and I used it in the travel size. So we'll see. I have the big one now. We'll see how that holds up during the day. And then for my eyeshadow look, I had tried this Maybelline Color Sensational Tattoo 24-hour eye stick in the color I'm Inspired. It went on kind of patchy. I really wasn't prepared to use it. It could just be user error on my part. I realized that it has a sharpener in it as well to keep it sharp and pointed. But it looks okay now. And of course, my very, very favorite topper from Super Shock Shadow from ColourPop. I think this is my third one of this color in Frog I'm wearing as a topper. And I use just a little bit of my 12-hour Sephora collection in my upper waterline just to give my lashes a little more definition. So then finally the lip gloss. It is a little peachier than I expected, but I'm liking it. It kind of goes with this very rosy, bronzy look today. And so this is the Mauve Aside in the Cream Lip Glide pencil from e.l.f. $2. I tell you, you can pick up every single one of them for the price of one high-end, for less than the price of a high-end lip liner. And then this is the new Sun Boss Gloss, SPF 25, and this is in Pinky My Girl. And so that's the lip gloss I have on today, and I'm impressed. I mean, it's holding up. It's gloss, so it's gonna wear off. You'll have to reapply, obviously, the sunscreen. It did have that kind of sunscreen coconutty smell. That smell has faded, but I'm sure as you reapply, you will smell it again. So if that bothers you, you might not like this, but so far I'm liking it. So here is the final look for today. So I just want to remind you that you get to choose every day to dress with purpose.